Someone asked me an interesting question recently. They asked, do you think I'm a loser? Much can be inferred about the social economy of our world by how we feel we must respond to a question like that. So let's assume for a sec the person asking this legitimately is a loser and you think they are. Okay, then the response, the first type of response is, yes, you're a loser, straight to your face, that is what you are. You are a loser. Now, something about that response feels wrong. It feels mean. Okay, why? Why does that type of response feel mean when it's the truth, right? The truth can't be mean. The truth is just the truth. Truth towers above all. Saying and affirming the truth is like the most important virtue, right? And assuming the truth is that there are losers and winners, and yes, you are a loser, then how can that be wrong? Well, it's wrong because the truth is not axiologically neutral. The truth is negative, okay? So the person already may have to deal with being a loser in their life, okay? And now by saying it, independent of this conversation, by saying it, you are sort of adding insult to injury. Okay, they already have to feel bad for being a loser. Now they also have to feel bad for you reminding them of it as well. And certainly you can't be a good moral person for adding insult to injury to an innocent person, right? That doesn't make any sense. That's the first type of response. The second type of response is the kind of response of, am I a loser? No, you're not. You're amazing. That's you're not a loser at all. That's crazy. Why would you even ask that question? That's a weird question to ask, you fool. No, that's the second type of instinctive response of how you should always answer that question. No, of course you're not a loser. You're not fat, you're not ugly, there's nothing wrong with you. You're perfect the way you are. That type of response, assuming the person legitimately is a loser, is nasty. Okay? That type of response is nasty. I go for a nice middle ground. I go for, am I a loser? Well, you might be a loser in certain areas, but you have skills and talents in other areas. And perhaps the flaws you have in the areas you have flaws in, makes you seem like a loser to the wider social economy. But that, because at least then you're investing your mind into helping the person, helping the loser solve their problem. No, but the second type of response, the kind of positive, fake, nice response is the more problematic one. All right, and the reason is because the first response doesn't really happen in our social economy. No one really does that, but the second response happens a lot, right? A lot of people have that fake, nice response. Only it's worse than that, because not only are they fake, nice, you actually think it's moral to be fake, nice. We actually think it's immoral to even ask the question, do you think I'm a loser? Because when you ask a question like that, that's a weird question to ask. Why would you ask that question, right? Why would you put the other person in the uncomfortable position of having to say something that makes them feel like they're a bad person that they actually do believe, right? How could you do that to them? You sad loser. How could you make them feel uncomfortable? Okay? No, because it feels like you're putting a burden on someone, even though the person asking the question may have the burden of actually being a loser and living with that. No, it's crazy. Because that type of response, it's a response of kind of deflecting the question in order to get out of the discomfort of having to ask it. It's a problem because you're not actually, instead of helping a person with perhaps a legitimate issue, you are simply giving them a nice dose of copium. Okay? And in a social economy where all you do is give people copium, you create an economy where people are addicted to copium and problems go unsolved. Right? Why would you want an economy like that? No, it's a nice, clever way of making yourself, of accruing social capital for yourself by being a nice person, whilst also feeling like you're doing moral good at the same time. Okay? You not only get to look better right? You also get to feel better, like you really improve the world, okay? You're not just doing good, you are good, you moral do-gooder. Look at you, you spewer of reassurance. You helped a loser feel good for a moment by being fake nice. You know, what an amazing moral actor you are. We should all be more like you, right? Now, the social economy evaluates morality and virtue. Thus, the social economy, like this, becomes the cope economy, and losers stay losers. I think when someone asks a question like that is a good opportunity to give them advice on personal growth, legitimate advice, even if it's hard to phrase, instead of copium addiction.